Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonique, and today Total Tarot magazine issues have arrived, so let's have a look what we've got. I think it's the Lenormand one, if I recall. So we have part 72, part 73, yeah. Tarot Lenormand. I'm quite intrigued to open this, because I'm wondering how this is going to work, having Tarot and Lenormand together. Lenormand is a completely different system. So what I've done, I'll put the magazines to one side for now. We'll have a look at those after we look at the deck. But what I've done is I've pulled out some of my Lenormand decks, and I thought we could do a side by side, have a Lenormand deck, a tarot deck, and this deck in between, and see how that aligns together. So we've got our top box, clearly the Wheel of Fortune there. Let's take these out and have a look. So I've got a few Lenormand decks. In fact, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, my original, 5, 6, 7, and a new one that I bought, which is a book and a deck together, which is this one. So yeah, I've got a few to choose from, but what I thought I would do is go with the classic Lenormand. I mean, this is my favourite Lenormand. It's called Under the Roses, and yeah, it's got the little cards here that tell you what they mean. And I just think the aesthetic on this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's the first one I ever bought, called Under the Roses, and it comes in this little plastic container. And so yeah, they're quite small. Lenormand decks are quite small, and this looks like it's a tarot deck size. So there's that difference. This one doesn't want to stay in its little plastic box. Yeah, so let's put those to one side, and I thought we'd use this one to compare. So I'm not sure if in the magazine they will go through who Mademoiselle Lenormand was. I can't say it. French is great. But yeah, it might actually do that in the magazine and go into the history of said person. But these are not going to be in order, are they? Of course they're not going to be in order. We have a little explanation sheet in several languages here. There you go. Told you who she was. Layout of the cards. 36, I think. So let's look. Background here, which is fascinating. Mademoiselle Lenormand was the 19th century most celebrated fortune teller. She exerted a decisive influence on the tradition of cartomancy, and the type of cards which she used came to bear her name. Marie-Anne Adelaide Lenormand was born in Alençon on May 27, 1772. She was thus a Gemini. And died in Paris on June 25th, 1843. Educated in a convent, she went to live in the capital at the age of 21. Her first employment was in a laundry, but she soon teamed up with the fortune teller Madame Gilbert. A butcher's apprentice by the name of Flamand pulled in customers for them. A brief prison term during the French Revolution proved anything but detrimental to Lenormand's reputation, and her second attempt to launch a career was crowned with such success that she amassed a considerable fortune. At her death, she left a palace near Poissy, estates in Alençon, and a house in Paris. So yeah, reading cards gave her fortune. Okay, so I'm just going to put these in order. Okay, so I've put these in order. We have 36 cards. And I thought I'd bring out the Radiant Wise Tarot, which is the very first deck that we had with our Total Tarot magazine subscription. And we'll do a side by side. I don't know how this is going to go, to be fair. So what would that align with? We have playing card associations as well. So you might see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that will be the 9 of hearts. So presumably that's going to be the 9 of cups, if they're doing it this way. So let's have a look at the 9 of cups. Nothing like. So I don't know. I don't know how this is supposed to correlate, actually. I'm going to have a peek at the magazine and see if I can work it out. I've just had a quick glimpse and I don't think they align at all, actually. So it's in the style of a Lenormand deck, from what I can see. Anyway, we've got this green border all the way around the outside. It's very much a full energy, isn't it? But that's that one. The Magician. High Priestess, which is Madame Lenormand themselves. The Emperor. Both got ermine cloaks there. Hierophant. So at the moment I'm just seeing tarot. So I'm not sure how this is aligning. I am confused. Okay, so we've got Justice at 8 instead of 11, which we would have here. So it's gone to a different numbering system, so that means Strength will be at 11. Hermit. Wheel. This is Strength. Beautiful images. And the Hanged Man, I like that. Liberty. Oh, okay, French Revolution, yes. So it's set in the time of Madame Lenormand. We have the guillotine here for death. This is all about the French Revolution there. Oh, an elephant in temperance, yes, thank you. My love of elephants has just been satiated. The Devil, we've got the Adam and Eve. So very much the Lovers in the Devil card, and the Devil being the horned snake here. Actually, I like this deck, it's really nice. Tower. Yeah, it's the French Revolution, isn't it? Star. Moon. Sun. Oh, love it. There are 2 sets of solar twins in this one. Talk about the sun, it is going in and out. So we get dark and light here, I'm afraid. Judgment. These cards are so pretty. The World. Okay, Ace of Cups. Okay, so we have Cupid here with their bow, having a rest. 2. That's interesting. It's the children and not a partner. 3. 4. I always think it's interesting to, whenever I get a new deck, to do a side-by-side myself with a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, although this is the Radiant Wise version, just to see how they've veered or stayed with the iconography. We've got a fox in a chicken house here. It's a very different energy there for the 5 of Cups. 6. Noticing as well it's not Roman numerals on this Lenormand deck. Yeah, this is, it's telling a story, isn't it? Definitely telling a story. Here we are in our parlour. And the 10. A totally different feel here as well. Greek. Page. Knight. Queen. And the King. Yeah, looking in a different direction than in the Rider-Waite-Smith. Pentacles. Wow. Hermes. So why have we got Hermes on the Ace of Pentacles? Interesting. Yeah, Greek mythology. The 2. Very different. Very different. Yeah. 3. These pentacles are going their own way, aren't they? 4. Cornucopia. 5. What's going on here? Wow. That's different. 6. Okay, so we've come back now to Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. Oh, and we're away again. Isn't this interesting? 8. Yeah, get it, the hard work. The 9. So we've got a couple here, not what we would traditionally have for a 9 of Pentacles at all. And the 10, different again. Page. Knight. He's a bit more active in this card. I don't normally see a Knight of Pentacles being very active. Queen. And the King. Okay, Wands. What do we have in the Wands? Again, we have what looks like Greek mythology. Okay, the 2. Well, we're playing cards. It's confused. I'm confused. 3. Okay, that's fine. The 4. Don't ask me what sort of birds they are. I have no idea. The 5. Oh dear. Oh, that's not nice. Looks quite violent, doesn't it? 6. So we've got a letter here. Not the victory card, but a letter. It's a very strange deck. 7. Yes. Get that. 8. Swiftness card. And we look like we've got a crossroads here. A decision to make. Different. 9. Interesting. 10. Page. Knight. Queen. No cat. The King. And finally the sword suit. Another angel. 2. 3. 4. Completely different, isn't it? Completely different energy here for the 4 of Swords. A 5. Yeah, it feels more like a 7. A 6. Okay, 7, that works. 8. 9. 10. Page. Knight. Not active enough, is it really? The Knight of Swords. The Queen. And the King. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this deck, and how can we align it actually to the Lenormand? I don't know. Let's get the rider. This is the rider. Each one has a name. So the first card is rider. Oh, here it says cavalier, but it's the same thing. At a distance is the bearer of good tidings from afar. If clouds intervene between you and him, then he brings bad news. Really simple, Lenormand. It's a great system. So according to that, it's the Nine of Hearts, or that would be the Nine of Cups. So if we look at the Nine of Cups in this, where am I? Wrong deck. If we look at the Nine of Cups in this deck, okay, that's what I was going to do. Bear with me, this is just my sort of thought process. Okay, so I'm going to go to the magazine and look up the Nine of Cups. And it says, celebration, reunion with friends or family, worldly entertainment, and reverse carousing, lust, rakishness and exaggeration. So no, it's not aligning, is it, at all? Okay, clover is usually good luck. So surrounded by clouds presages grief. If close to the person, this grief will be short-lived and turn out to be for the best in the long run. If there are no clouds, it brings happiness and well-being. So basically what it's saying there is if you've got the clouds, which is another of the cards, card 6, find it. That's the clouds card. If that's around that one, then it's grief. Okay, so hopefully I've got it all on screen. So this is part 72. So let's look. We have a contents page here. We've got that second part of Myers-Briggs and Tarot that we were looking at last time, I think. So yeah, this is who we are in the tarot if we use this system. There's some really heavy dark clouds come over. So I'm going to stop this video and I'll come back when it's a little bit better because it's going to be too difficult to film. So see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back and that dark cloud has gone, but we're still, it's not great light and I do apologise for that, but I'm going to carry on anyway. So yeah, I was talking about this Myers-Briggs and Tarot. This is the second article about Myers-Briggs. And so it gives you a little bit of a breakdown of what it is. There is a website, well, there's a few websites that you can go to actually discover your own personality type based on this Myers-Briggs system, which I did, but mine's come up as green. See if I can find it. So, personality traits, so that's what I got. And this is from my personality, I've forgotten what it's called. mypersonalitytest.com. If you can see that. But yeah, I'm 31% green, 28% orange, 21% yellow and 14% blue. And then it goes on to tell you what those characteristics mean. There's several websites that you can go to find out your personality type. But what it does here is it assigns each one to a card. So the Page of Cups is INFP, which would be introvert, intuition, feeling and perceiving. So if that interests you, that's something to have a look at. Yeah, it goes a bit more into these court cards, which is great. We need as much information about court cards as we can get, don't we? But it's showing it here with the Marseille Tarot, not the Rider-Waite-Smith. So in that system, people are complicated, isn't that the truth? So yeah, difference between their characters and how you can use that in a reading. A card in detail. This issue is the Eight of Swords, limits and paralysis. The only limits are the ones you place on yourself. We have some keywords, symbols, so different things and what they are supposed to mean. Then we have the themes that we look at when we're doing the tarot reading. So it could be personal life, divination, psyche and soul. So it could be about love, work or money. meditation, spirituality. We have what the card shows us, so what the picture shows. Some questions we can think about when looking at the cards, like how do you limit yourself, the lesson of the card, and then the correlations with the Golden Dawn system. Traditional meanings, upright and reversed, and then some examples from other decks. So here we've got the Worth. Would like that deck actually. Tarot of the Angels, which we've had, the Klimt Tarot, which I bought. Pagan Tarot, Los Scarabeo Tarot, Neferatis, the Fae, Tarot Draconis, Shaman, and the Runic, and the Dark Grimoire. Look at that, actually, that's really cool, isn't it, for the Neferatis, the demons inside. Wow, that's a powerful description of the Eight of Swords. Really cool. Okay. So then we have a tarot spread, and this is called Napoleon's Prediction. So this is going alongside the time period that this deck is aligned to in French history. So we have 5 card spread using the whole deck, and the objective is to tell a story that is a metaphor for the queerance situation. So this is the layout of the cards. Placement, the atmosphere, the tone, the readings, the interpretation, and so we've got the position meanings. So for position 1 is the sealed letter, for 2 is the woman waiting, 3 is the mysterious stranger, 4 the rich suitor, 5 the withered rose. We then have a synthesis of that spread, and in the next issue we'll have an example of it. This is all about this Tarot Lenormand. So a background to Madame Lenormand here. Perhaps the most famous tarot reader of all time. Well, it wasn't actually tarot that they were reading. She was known as the Sibyl of the Salon. So yeah, Lenormand is an oracle deck, not a tarot deck. So somehow they've combined the two. So let's just have a little look at a couple and see if they differ. So we have here Temperance. Love that elephant. I am really aligned to elephant energy. I find it so protective. And Temperance is actually the card aligned with Sagittarius, my sun sign. So there we are. We have card 14. Where are you there? Moderation, simplicity, adaptation, regeneration, care, healing. Just the same in any tarot deck, really, isn't it? Reversed, illness, fatigue, inability to adapt, dislike, anxiety and frustrations. So yeah, I've just noticed there's been, I didn't notice when I went through the deck, but there's card 21 has been renamed to Man. Well, it's usually the world, isn't it? I never noticed that. Oh, hold up. What's going on? It says the world on the card, but it says the man here. No, I'm confused. Card 21, Man, reward, promotion, reinstatement, travel, reconciliation, inheritance, success. And then in the reverse, imperfection, difficulty, failure, disobedience and hostility. What? This deck is a little bit confusing. Doesn't look like any of the others have been renamed. But yeah, that's a strange one. Okay. The article carries on here, so it says the majors are illustrated with images similar to those of classic decks. An expert eye will spot influences from Atelier's Livre de Thoth, which dates from the period when Lenormand was working. And that's in the Magicians, the Lovers, the Chariot, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, the Tower and the World cards. Other cards are linked to personalities and symbols from the beginning of the 19th century. For example, the High Priestess is a portrait of Lenormand herself. The Empress is Josephine Beauharnais. The Emperor is Napoleon I. The Hierophant is Puy VII, and Death is the Guillotine. The essential meanings and keywords are well suited to describing the majors. And then the minor, on the other hand, the characters who feature in the oracle decks of the 19th century appear in the minor arcana. Each image is an allegory that is immediately easy to decode and interpret. For example, feeling, intuition and the act of falling in love are expressed through the simple image of a seated Cupid and two doves. And the Ace of Cups. In the Five of Pentacles, a poor man can be seen fishing treasure from the river. The interpretation of this card is literal. His troubles are now over, so he shouldn't need to worry about money matters anymore. Okay, Six of Wands. An unopened letter lies on a table. A message is about to arrive. Okay. And then the Eight of Swords. A sad girl awaits return of her absent lover, for whom she has received a letter. In each of these cards, the meaning is instantly obvious from the illustration. So there you go. Alrighty. To my mind, it does differ from the tarot, actually, but it's not Lenormand. So we've got the visual reference here to the majors. Practice makes perfect. Where to go in the magazine to actually find the articles. And then we have the next issue. So let's see what's in this one. Okay. Ace of Swords on the front, we do believe. Ace of Swords on the front here. And so, accessing symbols. So we've got a new article to look at. Advanced work with symbols can unlock pathways into tarot reading. It says here, Kim Huggins is the tarot author responsible for deepening our understanding about how to work with symbols. Kim Huggins' book, Tarot 101, highly recommend. It's amazing. Along with Eric C. Dunn, he's a tarot creator actually. Yeah, the Illuminati Tarot, which we had in issues 20 and 21. And also the Tarot of the Apocalypse, which I also have in kit form. She leads us, the readers, away from the beaten path. So the Ace of Swords represents the maxim. Symbolism is the language spoken by tarot. We need to consider exactly what a symbol is. And here we've got some amazing symbols on this card. We've got runes. We've got the sword, but we've got this squirrel climbing up the sword. Trees, planets, a raven or a crow. I think it's a raven. Never can tell the difference. Oh, two. There's two. And we have a noose around a tree. So yeah, lots of things to actually look at and add to the depth of our readings. So this is the Tarot Illuminati. So we're going on about symbols, defining symbols, fluid meanings, the mind at work, unique events. It's going to be interesting to read. Our card in detail now is the Nine of Swords, a nightmare card. It's anguish and crisis, wide awake with worry. This is the 4 o'clock in the morning card, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's so easy to interpret this one. And the themes in, the meanings in different themes. So again, personal life, divination, psyche and soul, what the card shows us. Raising torturous thoughts, sleepless night. Some questions, what keeps you up at night? Yeah, it can be any sort of pain actually, couldn't it? It doesn't have to be mental pain in my opinion. It can be physical pain that wakes us. Anyway, how do you calm yourself? Yes. The lesson, the correlations with the Golden Dawn, and we have different illustrations from different decks here. Look at this, for Tarot of the Angels. You cannot escape remorse or move beyond it without asking forgiveness. We've got like a devil at the back of the swords there. This is nice. It's Nefertiti's Love Beyond Separation. Here we've got Tarot of the 78 Doors, solitude leading to pessimism. Oh, really good. Anyway, this is the second part of that tarot spread, giving an example of a reading there using this deck and then more. So that goes over there. We've got an alternative spread. Look at this. This looks like the Grand Tableau. This isn't the Grand Tableau, but it sort of reminds me of the Grand Tableau when we use a lot of cards, and that's what we do with the Lenormand, is a Grand Tableau. I wonder if it's got in here just to 1, 4, 3. That's a Grand Tableau. laying it out, locating the queer card. It's so good, Lenormand, so good. And then how we read them, past to future, left to right, spiritual and physical, top to bottom, the corner cards. And then, yeah, it's almost like a chess game. But yeah, it's amazing on tableau. So even though the cards look very, very simple, where did I put it? Over here. Taken together, they're amazing. Yeah. The rider, the clover, the ship, the house, the tree, the clouds, the snake, the coffin. Yeah, so anyway, it's a different system, is what I'm trying to express here. Completely different system to tarot. So I was wondering, I said in the last tarot video, the Total Tarot magazine that I did, that I was really wondering how they were going to actually bring the two systems together, and I don't think they have, to be fair. Anyway, free association techniques work whenever tarot is used as a psychological tool rather than a divinatory device. So this was invented by Sigmund Freud, psychoanalyst, to reach inside a patient's psyche. Freely used in psychotherapy. Free association uncovers true feelings, unconscious thoughts. So it's talking about the mental state of frame of mind. With a little exercise here to get started, physical exercise, and then we're looking at words. I think it's a bit like that game, isn't it, where you, like, someone says needle, then the next person says thread, then the next person says, I don't know, sort of a word that they associated with thread, and so on. Yeah, okay, here we go. So the following symbols regularly crop up in fully illustrated tarot decks. We have an angel, a bird, a boy, a bridge, a butterfly, cloud, crown. So you can go on and free associate from those words. Yeah, that's not something I've thought about before with tarot. So what we have, the World of Tarot, New Tarot Renaissance 3, and look what we have. We have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot that I was using earlier, which is the first deck that we ever had with this Total Tarot magazine offering. By the way, it hits America, Mind, Body, Spirit, A New Era, Tarot and social media. Yeah, that's really taken off, hasn't it, with social media. So we've got a visual reference to the miners in this Tarot Lenormand. Practice makes perfect, where to go in to find out articles within the magazine. And then a sneak peek at the next offering, which is Tarot Apocalypsis. Yes, another Eric C. Dunn offering. It's so rich, his artwork, it's so vibrant, it's amazing. But yeah, I think I have got this deck. So we have a female wisdom spread, the card in detail, 10 of Swords. And then in the next issue after that, we have more on symbolism, the card in detail being the Page of Swords. Yeah. And the Tarot Apocalypsis. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Okay, so I think this one's gone on quite a while now, hasn't it? Because I was trying to figure out how this was working. So if you've made it to the end with me, thank you very, very much. And I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Bye, friends. Bye.